Noise mob DJs, motherfucker.
Noise mob DJs, motherfucker. We locked and loaded.
Down South Slang.
Last night was the big win for Samoa over Wales. Still buzzing from it. Wow, what can I say? Great day to be Samoan. Great day to be a loyal fan of the team for nearly 10 years now. It was the complete game by the team. You know, again, going in as the heavy underdogs, but we were able to shock the world again and pull the win. Yeah, just unbelievable win. You know, you could see how much the players wanted it from the start. You know, watching them singing the national anthem and performing the Siva Tau, you could see the hunger and the desire in the eyes, you know, and you could tell that they just wanted it more, and the way they played as well. They came, you know, running hot out of the gates. They opened the scoring in the first, you know, 3, 4, 5 minutes with the try set up by Tuifua running through the defense, making the break, and then a nice set of passes out to the wing, where they found fullback Aota Gavaya Avatar. I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, good finish by him to score the try. There was a period where I think we were losing going into the second half, but we were dominating. Like, we dominated the whole game. There was only one period where, you know, they scored a few penalties, and we were hot on attack again coming towards the end of the half, and Tusi wanted to throw the long ball out to spread the ball out wide, and it got picked off by one of the Welsh players, and so to say in American football terms, he picked it off and took it to the house. You know, that was a bit of a, you know, oh shit moment, but you know, I still believed we were going to win that game even after that. But you know, come the second half, we scored another try, this time by George Pesce with the finish, set up by the well, we were hot in attack again, and then we knocked on the ball, and the Welsh players tried to spread the ball out wide, and fotuali'i, he pinched the ball, and he hurdled over George Pesce, and he was able to break a tackle or two, and then offload it back to Pesce, who did the 10 out of 10 you know, dive for the corner for the try line. That was a beautiful finish. That was awesome. Had me jumping out of my seat. And then you know, there was a few back and forth with penalties, but we had the final dagger was the try by set up by I think it was Dave Lemmy. They spread the ball out wide again. Lemmy with the grubber kick, and then the fullback for Wales, I think Halfpenny, tried to dive on it, and he couldn't get to it. But then Johnny Leota came in and sealed the game for us, put the final dagger in, and the win was ours. And what a great win it was. The key things for us during the game was, you know, the thing that I think won it for us was, you know, we did all the things that we usually do right. I mean, you know, we always run the ball well, and that didn't change with this game. You know, we were running the ball well. Our kicking was pretty good. That's something you can see that they've worked on. Their defense, as always, was solid like steel, putting on the hard hits and making them think twice about running the ball to us. There was one instant in the game where they had an overlap, a 3 or 4 man overlap. It was in the second half, and if they'd have just spread the ball and used it and passed it to the guys out wide, they could have possibly scored in the a try and gotten in front. But instead they hesitated and kicked the ball, which they were doing a lot, and the kick went into touch because it went in goal and it ran dead, and they ended up having to scrum it back for Samoa, back I think near the halfway line. But that's the other thing. That's the one thing I think that I was just so blown away by, and that I'd never seen from Samoa to look so good, especially against a powerhouse. Was their set piece, their scrum, and their line out. Those who have watched the Manu Samoa over the years would know that was their biggest weakness when coming up against the big dogs, the tier 1 countries. Even against the nations that we usually play, like some Tonga and Fiji and Japan, at times we struggle against them. But our set piece, in yesteryears, they used to always fall apart, and we'd be constantly getting pushed back in the scrum. Our line out, we would lose our own ball. It was just a mess for so long. It wasn't until the November test in 2010 where you could see the improvement, and then last year against Australia and at the Rugby World Cup, where things were starting to come together again. But last night's game, wow, that took me off guard, like just how well it worked. It was just unbelievable. Our lineouts, we run every ball. We were mixing it up between our throwers. Oliaveti, Ti'i Polo, when he came on, Philo Polo and Dan Leo, they all combined well as a unit at the line out. But the scrum, with the line out, they stole a few balls. I forgot to mention that. That was impressive as well. I think they stole 2 or 3 balls. But the scrum, that was the most impressive thing that I'd seen from the Samoan forward pack in a long if ever, was that they scored. I think they got themselves 3 or 4 penalties in the second half due to pushing the Wales scrum back. Now, Wales have been renowned for their scrummaging over the years, and our scrummaging has been renowned to be considerably one of our weakest, if not the weakest part of our game. And for us to push them back and have them on the back foot and winning the penalties like that, that's something I have never seen from the Manu Samoa. And to see our set piece dominate like that was, probably the most impressive thing I've seen from the forwards since I've been watching them, since back in 2003. I'm so proud. I'm at work, but if you can see, rocking my Samoa jersey underneath my work shirt, as a mark of how proud I am of the team and the boys. I'm a born Aussie, but anyone who knows me, my heart bleeds Samoa, my mother's side, my mother's heritage, and this is my team, and it's just such a great time for us to celebrate another massive win. I mean, we shocked the world in 91 and 99, and then we shocked the world again last year, and then we finally done it again this year against Wales, who are the Grand Slam champions this year, and they made the semi-finals last year at the World Cup, and they knocked us out at the World Cup last year. And that's another thing, I was at last year's Rugby World Cup game, and I made the pillage from Australia to New Zealand because I knew that that game was going to be so important for Samoa to progress. And being the loyal, diehard fan that I am, you know, it wasn't even a question that I was going to be there to support the team. And you know, I was there to share the pain with the boys after the game. You know, it was pretty tough one to swallow. You know, I was pretty devastated, as you probably saw in one of my old videos. But there's one thing that sticks to mind. This one Welsh lady, and this is no reflection on all their fans. I know this is just one fan, but there was this one lady who sat 2 rows behind me, and I never forgot how, you know, I was, you know, like I said, I was pretty hurt and devastated by the result, but I never forgot how she was taunting and giving it to the Samoan supporters who were leaving the game and kicking us while we were down, making comments like, "On your way back to Samoa, back home." I never forgot how much that hurt, you know. And if you're watching, and I hope you are, big smiles from ear to ear. You know, great win, boys. God bless. Thank you for giving us all something to cheer about, and a great time to be Samoan, have Samoan blood. Yeah, just so happy right now. Keep up the good work, and hopefully next week we can shock the world again. Manu Samoa. Let's go.